Hello, and welcome to the Script Mistress Podcast, a captivating journey into the realm of screenwriting. I'm your enthusiastic host, Amber Bosworth, and please welcome to Scene 47, the pillar of screenwriting, understanding the role of structure. Promise is going to be a short and quick one, really just kind of getting into some structure areas and talking about that through this episode. Now, to keep yourself informed about podcasts, events, and challenges, make sure to join my mailing list at thescriptmistress.com. Additionally, you can find this entire episode on video on my website, thescriptmistress.com/scene 47, where you'll also discover the free download I will talk about at the end of the episode. I also have this whole thing available on my YouTube channel, video podcast. If you'd like to check that out, if that's easier for you, you can get that link in the show notes below. Now, I run a monthly screenwriting challenge, a short 5-page screenwriting challenge. December is now open for registration. I know it's not even Thanksgiving yet, but December is open because for November, I did a short feature challenge. So I didn't have my 5-page screenplay challenge this month. So get registered for that. It runs from December 20th to the 24th. I know, really close to Christmas, but Participants have 5 days to write a brand new 5-page screenplay based on a prompt given on the first day of the challenge. The winner will receive $150, and every single writer who submits a completed script will receive detailed feedback. This is all included in the $15 entry fee. Discover more at thescriptmistress.com/ink to screen. Don't miss out on that. Sign up now. The last one for 2023. Okay, let's get on to the episode. Today, we delve into a cornerstone of cinematic storytelling: structure. Structure. The skeleton beneath the story. Imagine a building without a framework, or a body without a skeleton. Chaotic, right? That's a story without structure. The structure in screenwriting isn't just about the sequence of events. It's the spine that holds the story upright. It's the guide that leads the audience through the narrative journey, ensuring they stay engaged, connected, and most importantly, moved. Yes. Now we talk about the classic 3-act structure, a timeless blueprint. Now let's start with the basics. The 3-act structure, immortalized by Aristotle and refined through centuries. We got Act 1, the setup, introduces the characters, setting, and the central conflict. Act 2, the confrontation, is where the tension builds, choices are made, and stakes are raised. Finally, Act 3, the resolution, brings closure, answering the questions and resolving the conflicts introduced at the start of Act 1. Now, this structure is a blueprint, a starting point, the very, very starting point. It's not about constraining creativity. Please don't see it that way. It's about giving it a direction, a means to navigate the vast sea of storytelling. Use this as the spine of your story, of your creativity, to where you can branch off the nervous system, the brain, the arms, the limbs. But this is where it should start, learning the basics. Now, then beyond the basics, alternative structures. While the 3-act structure is foundational, it's not the only path. Yes, that's true. The hero's journey, the non-linear narrative, the multi-strand plot structure. Now, these are just a few alternatives that offer different ways to engage the audience. The key is understanding the purpose each structure serves and how it can best tell your story. I will always say, learn the basics first, learn the 3-act structure, get really comfortable with that, and then start using different structures that you feel align better with your storytelling, how you tell a story, because we're all different. We are, but understanding how a screenplay works and the structure that it's involved in and where it's evolved from, that will put you leaps ahead of other screenwriters who are just trying to get in there and not really taking the time to learn the basics. Now, the role of structure and character development. Structure isn't just about plot. It's not. It's deeply intertwined with character development, how characters react to escalating conflicts, their transformation over the course of the story, their ultimate resolution or lack thereof. These are all guided by the structure. Again, the spine. This is where it all comes back to, where it's all connected. That structure, how you use it and how you interweave it through the rest of your story and even your characters. Now, audience expectations and genre conventions. You can't ignore this one. You can't ignore the audience because that's what we're making it for. So different genres often come with structural expectations. Don't forget that. A romantic comedy usually follows a different structural rhythm than a thriller, right? Understanding these conventions is crucial, not necessarily to conform to them, but to play with them, mold them, subvert them, or blend them in innovative ways. So it's really good to know what kind of a movie you're creating, what kind of a script you're creating. Is it a romantic comedy? Is it a thriller? Is it a horror? Is it a mystery? Is it an action film? Get that down first and really know what genre you're going through. Get into those structures, what kind of makes them different from each other. And then that way you can see any other kind of different structures that might help you. Now, the dance of flexibility and discipline. Now, the most important aspect of structure is understanding its fluidity. It's not about rigid adherence to rules, but knowing when to adhere and when to break away. It's a dance of flexibility and discipline, creativity, and craftsmanship. So when examining the importance of structure in screenwriting, it's beneficial to take a look at specific movie examples where the structure is both clear and effective. Here are 5 movies from various genres that exemplify this. So The Godfather. This is a classic 3-act structure with The Godfather. Act 1, we have the setup, introduces the Corleone family, their role in the mafia, and Michael Corleone's initial reluctance to join the family business. Act 2, we get into our confrontation, focuses on the escalating mafia wars and Michael's increasing involvement, showcasing his transformation from an outsider to a key player. Act 3, the resolution, culminates in Michael taking over as the new Godfather, resolving the conflicts, and completing his transformation. Act 3-act structure, very good, an amazing movie, but they followed the traditional structure. Inception. This is a complex, layered structure. The film employs a multi-layered narrative that mirrors the concept of dreams within dreams. Each layer of the dream has its own structure, yet they all interconnect seamlessly, creating a complex but coherent narrative. So this is a great example where you have kind of a central theme, but you have different structures branching out that still interconnect, kind of like a nervous system. Pulp Fiction. This is a non-linear narrative. Now, this film breaks conventional narrative structures by presenting its story out of chronological order. Despite that, each segment has a clear beginning, middle, and end, maintaining narrative clarity within a non-traditional framework. Now, Finding Nemo. To talk about the hero's journey. Marlin's quest to find his son, Nemo, follows the classic hero's journey structure. The call to adventure, Nemo being captured, the challenges and helpers he meets along the way, and the eventual return home with new knowledge and understanding. And finally, The Silence of the Lambs. 2 interwoven 3-act structures. Yes, think about it. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. We have 2 interwoven 3x structures. This film uniquely features 2 parallel 3x structures, one for Clarice Starling and another for Hannibal Lecter. Both characters have their separate arcs, which intersect and interact, creating a cohesive yet multidimensional narrative. Now, each of these films demonstrates how structure can be used effectively to enhance storytelling, regardless of genre or narrative complexity. They show that a clear, concise structure doesn't limit creativity, but rather serves as a foundation upon which a compelling story can be built. Now, conclusion, the unseen architect. In the end, structure is the unseen architect of your screenplay. It's what turns a good story into a compelling, unforgettable experience. As screenwriters, our job is to master this tool, to wield it with intention and skill, to create narratives that resonate, entertain, and above all, tell the truths of the human experience. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of structure and screenwriting. Stay tuned for more insights and discussions here at the Script Mistress Podcast. Keep writing, keep creating, and remember, the structure is your ally on this creative journey. Writing action, a lot like what we had last week. I want to remind you again that I want you to dive into a month of creativity with my free Screenwriting Prompts PDF. Perfect for both budding and seasoned writing, this guide offers a diverse array of challenges to hone your craft. I go from character development to gripping climaxes. I've got you covered each week. So not 4, but 5 weeks of prompts. Week 1, breathe life into your characters. Week 2, elevate the drama with conflict and tension. Week 3, paint your world with setting and atmosphere. Week 4, sharpen your dialogue and enrich relationships. Week 5, tie it all together with theme and resolution. Now, download that now and start your journey to screenwriting success. If you're feeling stuck, if you want to elevate something you've already written, download that at thescriptmistress.com/screenwriting prompts, or get it all on the episode page at thescriptmistress.com/scene 47. Now, feel free to share some of your thoughts on the Facebook page about the prompts, any struggles you might be having, ink to screen on Facebook, or email me at amber@thescriptmistress.com to get extra help. Now, using structure and kind of taking some of these things and actually playing with structure is the perfect time to sign up for my 5-page short screenplay challenge happening in December. You can play with all those different ones in your challenges. Play with those and try that in this 5-page writing challenge that can really help you kind of hone that craft and try different things. That's the time to do it, with getting feedback and having fun. So you can check that out again, thescriptmistress.com/ink to screen. Thank you so much for listening and or watching. I truly value any feedback. If you have an idea for a podcast or anything that you think might help, you can email me at amber@thescriptmistress.com. Like and follow this show wherever you are listening or watching. Talk soon. And until then, happy writing.